Imagine waking up on your 100th birthday, not with the creaks and groans of advanced age, but with the boundless energy of a 40-year-old, a full century of vibrant living ahead of you. Sounds like a far-fetched dream, the stuff of science fiction novels? What if I told you that right now, in laboratories humming with innovation across the globe, scientists are not just dreaming of this future, but actively building it? They're unraveling the deepest secrets of aging, not to merely extend our lives, but to redefine what it means to live well into your second century. From editing the very code of your existence, your DNA, to deploying microscopic robots within your bloodstream, the quest for radical longevity is no longer a distant fantasy. It's a full-blown revolution. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a thrilling, mind-bending journey through the cutting-edge technologies that are poised to shatter our preconceived notions of growing old, and explore how they can profoundly transform your health, your life, and even your most fundamental perspectives on mortality. This is the astonishing story of how humanity is, quite literally, rewriting the rules of aging. 1. Rewriting the code of life with genetic engineering. Picture this: a scientist, hunched over a microscope, not just observing the intricate dance of life within a cell, but actively directing it. They're not just looking at your DNA. They're holding the ultimate instruction manual, the blueprint of your being. And with tools as precise as a celestial cartographer's, they're making edits. This isn't some futuristic fantasy reserved for Hollywood blockbusters. This is the tangible reality of genetic engineering, a field that has been galvanized by a revolutionary technology known as CRISPR-Cas9. Think of CRISPR like a molecular scissor, guided by an incredibly precise GPS system, capable of snipping out faulty code within your DNA and, astonishingly, inserting corrected or even in. The implications of this are staggering, and we're already witnessing its power. Back in 2019, a patient battling sickle cell anemia, a debilitating hereditary blood disorder, became a living testament to this breakthrough. CRISPR was used to effectively cure their disease, a monumental achievement that culminated in the FDA's approval of the gene-editing therapy hexagon-glucine autotemsal in December of 2023. This wasn't just a medical success. It was a profound declaration that we are no longer passive subjects of our genetic destiny. But what does this powerful ability to edit our genetic code mean for the aging process itself? Aging at its core isn't just about the outward signs like wrinkles or graying hair. It's a gradual, insidious accumulation of cellular damage, a slow breakdown at the most fundamental level, and a significant driver of this damage is rooted in our genes. Scientists are now meticulously targeting genes that play a critical role in DNA repair mechanisms, the body's own maintenance crew that fixes everyday wear and tear. They're also zeroing in on genes that govern our immune function, our inflammatory responses, and virtually every biological process that falters with time. The ultimate goal? To significantly slow down, and perhaps even reverse, the cascade of age-related decline. Imagine a future where simple, personalized genetic therapy could preemptively erase your inherent predisposition to devastating conditions like Alzheimer's disease or heart disease. The early research is incredibly promising. Scientists have already made significant strides in enhancing the maintenance of telomeres. You might have heard of telomeres. They're the protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes, much like the plastic tips on shoelaces that prevent fraying. With each cell division, these telomeres naturally shorten, a biological clock ticking down. By finding ways to maintain or even lengthen these telomeres, researchers are essentially rejuvenating our cells, potentially pushing back the biological clock itself. But this isn't just about dodging disease, as critical as that is. It's about fundamentally enhancing our body's inherent resilience. Imagine not just living longer, but living better. Picture yourself at 90, not just managing to walk, but hiking challenging mountain trails, or joyfully chasing your grandchildren with the unbridled energy and stamina of a 40-year-old. This is the promise that genetic engineering holds. Now, let's bring this down to a personal level. Think about your family history. Do you have a parent or grandparent who battled a hereditary condition that you worry might one day affect you? Genetic engineering could offer an unprecedented shield, not just for you, but for generations to come. It's the ultimate form of preventative medicine. However, as with any groundbreaking technology, there are crucial considerations. These therapies are still in their nascent stages, and the ethical questions loom large. Who will have access to this life-altering technology? Will it be a luxury, accessible only to the wealthy, or will it become a fundamental right, available to all? As we stand on the precipice of this genetic revolution, one thing is undeniably clear. The power to fundamentally rewrite our biological destiny is no longer a distant dream. It's within our grasp. 2. Nanobots. Now, let's shrink ourselves down, not just to the size of a cell, but to the minuscule scale of a molecule. Imagine a silent, invisible army of microscopic robots, so small they can navigate the intricate network of your veins and arteries. These aren't the clunky, mechanical bots of science fiction. These are sophisticated nanobots, meticulously designed to patrol your body, identify and repair damage at the molecular level before you even perceive a single symptom. This is the breathtaking promise of nanotechnology, a field that is rapidly transforming what was once purely theoretical into tangible, life-saving realities. We're already seeing the early applications of this incredible technology. Nanoparticles are currently being used to deliver potent chemotherapy drugs directly to cancerous cells, like highly precise guided missiles. This targeted approach spares healthy tissues, dramatically reducing the debilitating side effects often associated with traditional cancer treatments. A prime example is Doxil, an FDA-approved nanoparticle-based treatment for ovarian cancer and Kaposi sarcoma. It's a perfect illustration of how nanotechnology can achieve remarkable precision in medicine. But the future of nanomedicine is even more extraordinary. Envision nanobots engineered to meticulously clear away arterial plaque, those dangerous buildups that can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Imagine them repairing damaged tissues at the cellular level or actively neutralizing harmful pathogens and infections before they can even take hold. Think about the profound peace of mind this could bring. Imagine waking up each morning knowing that tiny, vigilant sentinels are constantly patrolling your body, catching potential problems at their earliest, most treatable stages. Picture a nanobot identifying a nascent blockage in an artery, a silent threat that could otherwise lead to a catastrophic cardiovascular event. Researchers are actively developing nanobots that can deliver anti-inflammatory agents precisely to aging cells, potentially halting the progression of chronic diseases like arthritis or dementia in their tracks, not by treating symptoms, but by addressing the root cause. The global nanomedicine market, valued at an astonishing over $350 billion in 2022, is a testament to the massive investment and burgeoning confidence in these innovations. This signifies that these are no longer distant dreams, but concrete developments on the horizon. For you, this translates to a future where conditions like heart disease or stroke could become as manageable and treatable as a common cold. These nanobots could function as your own personal, internal health maintenance crew, ensuring your cardiovascular system, your cellular integrity, and your overall well-being are constantly optimized. However, as we marvel at the sheer potential of these microscopic marvels, a crucial twist emerges. Nanotechnology, like any powerful tool, brings its own set of profound questions. What happens if these incredibly complex tiny machines are compromised or hacked? What are the long-term consequences if they malfunction within the delicate ecosystem of the human body? And critically, how do we ensure that these revolutionary treatments are not a privilege reserved for the elite, but are affordable and accessible to everyone who needs them? As we stand in awe of the possibilities, we're left to ponder. Could nanotechnology make us not just healthier, but virtually unstoppable in our pursuit of longevity? 3. Growing new organs with regenerative medicine. Let's shift our focus from the microscopic to the macroscopic, from the cellular repair to the complete regeneration. Imagine a world where the agonizing wait for an organ transplant, the fear of rejection, the lifelong dependency on immunosuppressants, all that becomes a relic of the past. Picture a scenario where, when an organ fails, you don't wait for a donor. Instead, scientists in a meticulously controlled laboratory grow a brand new, perfectly matched kidney, engineered specifically for your body, ready to seamlessly replace the failing one without a hint of rejection. This is the profound promise of regenerative medicine, a field powered by the extraordinary potential of stem cells. These remarkable cells are nature's ultimate builders, possessing the incredible ability to differentiate and transform into virtually any cell type the body needs. While we may not yet be growing full, adult-sized kidneys from scratch in every lab, the progress is undeniably rapid and incredibly exciting. Researchers have already successfully created kidney organoids, essentially miniature, functional models of kidneys, which serve as invaluable tools for studying diseases and rigorously testing new drugs. Beyond this, bioengineered tracheas and sophisticated skin grafts are already saving lives, proving that regenerative medicine is far from a pipe dream. It's a burgeoning reality. Think about the last time you heard about someone enduring years on an organ transplant waiting list, or the constant anxiety that haunts them even after a successful transplant, the fear of their body rejecting the precious gift. Regenerative medicine has the potential to completely erase those fears, offering custom-grown organs or the ability to repair damaged tissues on demand. For the aging process, this means addressing the accumulated wear and tear of decades of living. Imagine regenerating damaged heart tissue after a heart attack, restoring the resilience and function of your vital organ. Picture regenerating the cartilage in your joints, effectively ending the debilitating pain of arthritis and allowing you to move with the freedom and grace of your youth. This isn't merely about extending your lifespan. It's about dramatically enhancing your quality of life. It's about living better, feeling younger, and possessing a body that keeps pace with the vibrancy of your spirit. Think about the real-world impact. Imagine being able to run a marathon at 80, or dance at your great-grandchild's wedding with uninhibited joy, free from the constraints of pain. However, the journey to making these incredible advancements widely accessible faces significant hurdles. The primary challenge lies in scaling this incredibly complex technology to a point where it is affordable and readily available to everyone. If regenerative medicine truly becomes a reality, a question of profound importance arises. Will it be a privilege for the few, a luxury accessible only to the wealthy, or will it be a gift to all of humanity, a universal right to cellular renewal? As this field hurtles forward at an exhilarating pace, it's impossible not to let your imagination soar. 4. The brain behind longer lives. What if you possessed a personal health assistant, so profoundly intelligent it could predict your future health risks with uncanny accuracy, long before you ever felt a twinge of discomfort or a subtle symptom? This isn't a futuristic fantasy. This is the transformative power of artificial intelligence, AI, as it revolutionizes healthcare. AI's ability to sift through and analyze colossal datasets, your comprehensive medical history, your unique genetic makeup, even the nuanced patterns of your daily habits and lifestyle choices, is unlocking insights that were previously unimaginable. A prime example of AI prowess is DeepMind's AlphaFold. In 2020, this groundbreaking AI system cracked the complex puzzle of protein structures, a monumental achievement that is now dramatically accelerating the pace of drug discovery for diseases, ranging from various cancers to Alzheimer's. AI is already demonstrating remarkable capabilities in medical diagnostics. Studies have shown AI systems detecting breast cancer with over 90% accuracy, often identifying malignancies earlier and more effectively than human doctors in some instances. For you, I could, as a prescient crystal ball for your health. Imagine wearable devices, seamlessly integrated with sophisticated AI algorithms, that could alert you to an irregular heartbeat, a precursor to a serious cardiac event, or a dangerous spike in your blood sugar, allowing you to intervene before it escalates into a crisis. Picture receiving a gentle nudge from your smartwatch, not just tracking your steps, but offering personalized advice. Hey, your stress levels appear to be elevated today. Consider a brisk walk to help manage them. With healthcare AI investments projected to reach an astounding $187 billion by 2030, this technology is on a trajectory to personalize medicine in ways we've only begun to comprehend, tailoring treatments and preventative strategies to your precise, unique biological profile. However, like any powerful technology, AI comes at its own set of critical considerations. AI's fuel is data, and this naturally raises significant privacy concerns. In a world where our most intimate health details are being analyzed, who truly controls this sensitive data? What are the safeguards against its misuse or unauthorized access? Furthermore, as AI-driven healthcare becomes more prevalent, there's a risk of exacerbating existing health disparities. Will AI-powered personalized care become a luxury accessible only to those who can't afford it, thereby widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots in terms of health outcomes? 5. Wearables, your personal health coach. Remember the days when a simple fitness tracker just dutifully counted your steps? Those days are long gone. Today's wearable technologies have evolved into something far more sophisticated. They're like having a highly attentive doctor discreetly perched on your wrist. These devices are no longer just novel gadgets. They are powerful tools actively monitoring a vast array of your vital health metrics. Your heart rate, the quality of your sleep, your blood oxygen saturation levels, and even crucially early indicators of chronic diseases. The Apple Watch, for instance, with its electrocardiogram ECG feature, can detect atrial fibrillation, a potentially life-threatening heart condition that significantly increases the risk of stroke. Continuous glucose monitors have revolutionized diabetes management, providing real-time insights that empower individuals to make informed decisions about their diet and medication. By 2023, these devices have moved beyond niche markets and become mainstream, empowering you, the individual, to take unprecedented control over your own health. Let's paint a vivid picture of this future in action. Imagine you're in the middle of a high-stakes, stressful meeting. Suddenly, your smartwatch vibrates, not with a notification about an email, but with a warning about an irregular heartbeat. This prompt encourages you to seek medical attention promptly, potentially averting a serious health crisis. Looking ahead, future wearables could become even more sophisticated, capable of detecting subtle cancer biomarkers or the very earliest, almost imperceptible signs of Alzheimer's disease. This early detection would grant you invaluable years to proactively implement interventions and strategies to combat these conditions. This represents a profound shift in mindset, moving from reactive treatment to proactive prevention, placing the power squarely in your hands. For someone like you, this means the potential to catch a health issue in its infancy, transforming a potentially devastating diagnosis into a manageable or even entirely preventable health concern. It's about shifting the narrative from what if to what now, with the knowledge and tools to act. However, this brings us to a pivotal question. As wearables become increasingly advanced, could they eventually supplant the role of traditional doctors altogether? And what about the security of your deeply personal health data? In an age of constant connectivity, what assurances do we have that your sensitive health statistics won't fall into the wrong hands, potentially being used for purposes you never intended? As wearables continue their rapid evolution, they are transforming from mere gadgets into essential lifelines, offering us unprecedented insights into our own well-being. 6. Biotechnology. Now, let's delve into the fascinating world of biotechnology, where scientists are harnessing the power of living organisms and biological processes to develop therapies that have the potential to do something truly remarkable: turn back the clock on aging. In 2022, researchers achieved a significant milestone by successfully transfusing lab-grown red blood cells into human participants. This groundbreaking achievement is a crucial step towards developing highly personalized treatments for a wide range of blood disorders. But perhaps the most mind-blowing frontier in biotechnology is the concept of biological reprogramming, the process of effectively resetting cells to a more youthful state. Pioneering work, notably involving factors identified by Nobel laureate Shinya Yamanaka, has demonstrated the ability to rejuvenate cells in laboratory models. The ultimate implication of this research is the potential to reverse the epigenetic changes that are intrinsically linked to the aging process. Epigenetics refers to the changes in gene expression that occur without altering the underlying DNA sequence, and these changes are heavily implicated in how our cells age. By reversing these epigenetic markers, scientists aim to make our cells behave, function, and repair themselves as if they were decades younger. Think about this profound possibility. What if your body could regain the robust regenerative and repair capabilities it possessed in your 20s? Biotechnology holds the promise of enabling your body to naturally regenerate damaged tissues. Much like a salamander regrows a lost limb, it also opens the door to creating highly personalized drugs, precisely tailored to your unique DNA, maximizing their efficacy and minimizing any potential side effects. For you, this could translate into tangible benefits like a sharper, more agile memory, stronger and more resilient muscles, or a heart that beats with the vigor of a 30-year-old, even as you approach your 90th birthday. The real-world impact is transformative. You could live not just longer, but with the sustained vitality and energy to pursue dreams and passions that you may have had to set aside decades ago. However, as with all cutting-edge scientific endeavors, there are significant hurdles to overcome. These advanced biotechnological therapies are still in their early stages of development, and the challenge of scaling them to a point of widespread accessibility and affordability is immense. Furthermore, profound ethical questions arise. Should we, as a species, be actively intervening in the natural process of human aging, essentially reprogramming our biological clock? As biotechnology continues to push the boundaries of what's possible, it compels us to confront a deeply personal question. How young would you truly want your body to feel? And what are you willing to sacrifice or cost to achieve that state? 7. Brain-computer interfaces, enhancing the mind. What if you could effortlessly control a computer with nothing more than the power of your thoughts? Or imagine the possibility of restoring lost memories, bringing back cherished moments that time and age have begun to dim. These are not far-fetched dreams. They are the rapidly advancing realities being forged by brain-computer interfaces. BC are sophisticated technologies designed to create a direct communication pathway between your brain and external devices, bypassing the usual biological pathways like nerves and muscles. Companies like Neuralink are at the forefront of this revolution. They secured FDA approval in 2023 to commence human trials, with the initial aim of treating paralysis and a range of debilitating neurological disorders. But the vision for BC extends far beyond these immediate medical applications. Consider the potential to significantly enhance human memory, preventing the cognitive decline that often accompanies aging, or even to monitor your brain health in real time, detecting subtle anomalies that could indicate future problems. Let's conjure up a compelling future scenario. Imagine a BCI seamlessly integrated into your life, helping you recall every single detail of your child's first birthday, even if you're celebrating your 100th birthday. It could offer a vivid, sensory-rich memory experience, as if it happened yesterday. Alternatively, imagine a BCI capable of detecting the earliest, most subtle signs of Alzheimer's disease, long before any behavioral symptoms manifest, granting you precious years to implement preventative strategies and treatment plans. For you, this could mean the promise of a mind that remains as sharp, as agile, and as curious as ever, regardless of your chronological age. It could unlock the ability to learn new languages, master complex skills, or immerse yourself in lifelong hobbies well into your second century of life. However, this profound merging of advanced technology with the very essence of human consciousness, the brain, inevitably raises significant privacy and ethical concerns. If our thoughts can be translated into commands for machines, could our thoughts themselves be vulnerable to hacking or unauthorized access? Who ultimately decides who gets access to these powerful cognitive enhancement technologies? As BCs continue their rapid evolution, they challenge us to confront a deeply personal question. How far are you willing to go to preserve and enhance the sharpness and vitality of your mind as you age? 8. Telemedicine. Healthcare at your fingertips. Finally, let's turn our attention to a more readily accessible, yet equally revolutionary advancement: telemedicine. In essence, telemedicine has transformed your smartphone into a virtual doctor's office, bringing healthcare directly to you wherever you are. From convenient video consultations with medical professionals to sophisticated remote monitoring systems that keep a constant watch over your health, telemedicine experienced an explosive growth, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. By 2022, the market had surged to an impressive $87 billion. The synergy between wearable devices and telemedicine platforms is particularly potent. Imagine your smartwatch diligently tracking your heart rate or blood sugar levels, and in the event of any anomaly, it seamlessly transmits this data to your doctor. This allows for real-time alerts and proactive interventions, leading to faster diagnoses, a significant reduction in the need for unnecessary hospital visits, and ultimately, demonstrably better health outcomes, especially for individuals managing chronic conditions. Let's envision a practical scenario. You're enjoying a well-deserved vacation, perhaps relaxing on a beach or exploring a new city. Suddenly, your wearable detects a subtle health anomaly, maybe a slight irregularity in your heartbeat. Instead of cutting your trip short and rushing to an unfamiliar clinic, you initiate a quick video call with your trusted doctor. Within minutes, they assess the situation, perhaps issue a prescription remotely, and you can continue enjoying your vacation with the peace of mind that your health is being managed effectively. For you, telemedicine offers the invaluable benefit of catching a potential health issue early, averting a significant health scare, and ensuring your ongoing well-being. It's also a game changer for individuals living in rural or underserved areas, where access to quality healthcare can be limited. However, as with any technology-driven advancement, there's a crucial flip side to consider. Not everyone has reliable access to high-speed internet, nor does everyone possess the necessary technological proficiency to navigate these platforms. Will telemedicine effectively bridge existing health gaps and democratize access to care? Or will it inadvertently widen the chasm between those who can readily utilize these services and those who are left behind? As telemedicine continues to reshape the landscape of healthcare delivery, it prompts us to consider a vital question: how would having instant, seamless access to a medical professional at any time, from anywhere, fundamentally change your approach to managing your own health? As we stand in awe of these incredible scientific breakthroughs, it's imperative that we don't allow ourselves to be blinded by the sheer wonder. We must also confront the profound ethical and societal questions that inevitably arise from them. If the average human lifespan were to realistically extend to 120, or even beyond, who precisely will have access to these revolutionary life-extending technologies? Will they become exclusive privileges, attainable only by the wealthy, thereby creating a stark new form of societal inequality, a division between the biologically enhanced elite and the rest of humanity? Overpopulation presents another significant concern. How will our planet and its finite resources cope if a much larger proportion of the global population lives significantly longer lives? On a more psychological and existential level, would an extra 50 or even 80 years truly feel fulfilling? Or could it lead to an overwhelming sense of ennui, burnout, or even stagnation? as the traditional milestones and purposes of life become stretched. And a report from the World Economic Forum in 2023 underscored the urgent need for global cooperation, emphasizing that these advances must be guided by principles that ensure they benefit all of humanity, not just a select, privileged few. For you, this means engaging in some deep introspection. What would a significantly extended lifespan truly look like for you? Would you dedicate those extra decades to extensive travel, to acquiring new knowledge and skills, or perhaps to giving back to your community in meaningful ways? Or could the inherent challenges and potential complexities of an extended lifespan ultimately outweigh the perceived benefits? These are not abstract philosophical debates. These are crucial questions that we, as a society, must grapple with as the relentless march of scientific progress continues. So, as you reflect on this transformative potential, what excites you the most about this future? Is it the prospect of nanobots silently guarding your cellular health, or the vision of a brain-computer interface sharpening your cognitive abilities to an unprecedented degree? Share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments below. I am genuinely curious to hear what resonates most with you. And as we conclude this exploration, my most sincere wish for you is this. May you live a long, vibrant life filled with abundant health, unwavering happiness, and a profound sense of fulfillment. If you found this journey as thrilling and thought-provoking as I did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our community for more stories that ignite curiosity, inspire action, and illuminate the path forward. Stay healthy, stay curious, and let's continue to explore the boundless possibilities of the future together.